Well, six times the charm, I guess. I know that is not a random. That is not a random number I pulled out of my ass. That is legitimately uh, the number account that I'm on right now. So I suppose I should have expected this to happen. It's become, I guess, a bit of a tradition at this point that I get copyright fucked into oblivion and forced to start a new channel. Um, so for those who have never heard of me and are just joining now, who have never seen any of my 5 other channels with over a decade's worth of content, almost 2 decades now at this point. I'm going to introduce myself the way I introduced myself so many years ago, in the far off year of 2006. Greetings, fellow YouTubers. I am BigAl. And for those who are returning, greetings, fellow YouTubers. It is I, BigAl, once again. So, for those out of the loop, I know a couple of my associates and friends have uploaded videos to their channels explaining what happened, but I'll sum up what happened. I got copyright fucked again, which is funny because I made a video on the last channel that got nuked saying that I decided to delete all the videos that could have possibly, bite me in the ass and get my channel destroyed. And it happened anyway. And I think it's because I had another account linked to my main account, which was for Fist of the North Star Abridged. And Toy Animation likes to fuck with people who use their properties, whether it be parody or whatever. They're fucking relentless. Let's just put it that way. So as to which video finally destroyed BigAl updates, I don't have the slightest fucking idea, because I spent several hours a couple days ago trying to figure that out. I don't have access to the email that I used for BigAl 2K6 or BigAl updates. I tried accessing it, no dice. Tried saying, "Hey, I lost my password." Oops, sorry, can't help you right now. We're experiencing technical difficulties. I think they just shut down that account. That's what I think. And I tried getting in contact with Google support directly. I'm like, "Hey, the fuck happened? Here's my main account. Here's my main email, and here's the email used for that account. Copyright infringement. Go fuck yourself. Your channel's dead." And to be fair, I had 2 other strikes before, and I think that had once again to do with Fist of the North Star Abridged. One of them actually might have been a music thing, using background music. I'm not sure, because I can't fucking check, because I have absolutely no access to the account I had. A couple people suggested, "Hey, go on Twitter and raise a stink about it." So that's what I did. I eventually got a hold of a Team YouTube member who was like, "Hey, we want to help you. We want to help you in any way we can." That's a lie, by the way. Just tell us your YouTube information. So I'm like, okay, youtube.com/BigAl/user/BigAl updates. Oh, well, that's not popping up with anything. So I'm like, okay, youtube.com/BigAl updates. Oh, that's not popping up. I'm like, what the fuck more do you need? Here's the email that I used for account, and here's a direct link to the account from my Facebook. And they said, "Oh, well, it looks like you are a victim of copyright. It looks like you violated a copyright thing, and that's why your channel's terminated." I'm like, okay. Like, if you want more information, check this out. Check this link out, which I did. It's the copyright school shit. It's the stock link that they send to you every time there's a content ID match. So I'm like, okay, Well, can you tell me exactly which video it was? Check your email for more info. I can't. I have no access to it. Why can't you just fucking tell me which video it was? And eventually I gave up. Like, there was a snowball's chance of hell of that video being, or that channel being reinstated anyway. And if it was to be reinstated, I would have kept it as an archive channel and then start brand new with this channel. But and I guess I shouldn't be too mad at whoever was running that account, because, you know, they're just, it's just some lowly peon working for YouTube just trying to do their job. You know, I guess. But it's just it's just like talking to a fucking wall sometimes. You know what I mean? So, where do we go from here? Well, I'll be completely honest. I don't know. I mean, apparently, you unless your name, and I keep pointing this out, unless your name is like PewDiePie or Markiplier, you can't do shit. You know, you can't do anything that's even remotely entertaining anymore, without it, you know, getting yourself copyright fucked into oblivion. And even like big name YouTubers are falling victim to that now. That's why a lot of them are forced to use Patreon as a source of income. That they have to basically e-beg for people to give them money, because YouTube won't. Because you know, the various things that they're doing on their channel makes them lose their monetization, and makes them lose their the sponsorships and ads. So it like, even big time YouTubers are falling victim to this copyright fuckery. Excuse me. So I don't know, man. It's just the state of YouTube. Like, YouTube it is a far different beast than what it used to be. Like, it used to be that fucking any random nobody can make videos and you know, get traction and get followers and shit like that. Like, you could literally just post a video of yourself, you know, filming a spider shitting on a twig, and that would get like millions of views, right? And you become viral. Nowadays you need to like it. Nowadays you need to essentially be famous, right? You like, there's no like spontaneous, you know, there's no like spontaneously becoming viral anymore. At least not on YouTube. You need to, or spontaneously like catching lightning in a bottle and having your channel explode in popularity, because that's what happened to me. You know, I started out when I was fresh out of high school. You know, I made rants and shit, and then just out of fucking nowhere, just 10,000 subs. My very first channel, BigAl2K6, got 10,000. I had 10,000 subs. That was enough. I think that was enough for like a silver play button. I could be wrong, right? It could be 100,000. You know, I don't pay attention to that shit. But fuck, give me the cardboard play button. I don't give a shit. Give me one made out of fucking aluminum, and I'll be happy to display that shit on my wall. But I don't know. It's just, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's kind of disheartening to like you know, have all that content, like all that content that you've made over the years, and that this recent channel that was up for almost, I can't remember when I made that channel, but that was up for almost 10 years at least, you know. Maybe not 10 years, but like at least 5, you know. And it's content, and it makes me sad, because towards the end I was really starting to enjoy making videos again. You know, like, I don't like to talk about personal shit, but I was kind of in a rut. You know, COVID fucked everything over. I was depressed, and there was a time, you know, eons ago, where I was in a depressive rut. And honestly, I'm I have plans of turning this particular talking point into a podcast soon with my usual group of gremlins. Talking about how during the days of like Gamergate, I was like probably going through the worst times of my life, and the content that I made definitely reflected that because I was just a very angry, depressed young man, and that was going through some shit, both on and offline. And that'll be an interesting conversation someday. But it's just I guess what I'm trying to say is I was really enjoying like the direction I was taking my channel post COVID because I guess for the first time in a long time I was actually like, well, I should say, for the first time I was enjoying myself making videos because I've always liked making videos. I guess for the first time it's hard to explain. Like I loved I wanted to, for a couple years now, I wanted to branch away from rants, and you could clearly see that. My rants are sporadic if I ever make them at all. I wanted to branch away from that because, like, what many people consider the golden years of Big Al was also like during the lowest point of my life, where I was the angriest, and and just hated myself for the longest time. Like the golden years was the point of depressed suicidal Al. So so I'd rather not relive that if it's all the same to you. But but yeah, I mean, I really loved, and here's the thing. I know, like, more often than not, if I make a rant, it's gonna get a lot of views. And all the other videos that I've made, like the new series like BigAl 2K6, something that I legitimately enjoy doing, uh, that barely gets any views. But it's like I enjoy making it, and so I'm gonna put it on the channel. Uh, Same thing with the Renaissance videos. And, it's actually quite humbling because to this day, I get people who run into me at like conventions and shit and talk about how they loved my videos and how I inspired them. And even on like years ago on Tumblr, if there's a name you haven't heard in a while, years ago on Tumblr, um, I had a personal message sent to me. Basically, this person saying that I helped them out of a suicidal rut because my videos inspired them. So that was a little eye opening, and even God, this year, like at Renaissance Festival, I ran into this guy. He was older than I am. He was middle age, and he's like, "Holy shit, it's Big Al," and I'm like people that old watch my videos, goddamn. So and he's like, "Hey, I go to Ren Fair because of your videos on Ren Fair. This place is awesome, and I just wanted to thank you for that." So that was cool. I think one of the most humbling things that I've experienced was it was the first time I ran into a fan, and it was at OhioCon, I believe, and this is fucking years ago. It was at OhioCon. I can't remember which year it was, but it was years ago. I ran into this guy, and he's like, "Holy shit, you're Big Al," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's me. How's it going?" And he's like, "Listen, can you sign my NES Zapper?" And I'm like, "Okay." So this guy brought a pen or brought a marker and a Nintendo Zapper for some reason. I don't know. He just so happened to have it on him. I don't know if he was getting it signed by an actual guest at the convention, but I just so happened to be there, so he wanted me to sign it, which is fucking cool. Um, but I'm fucking rambling at this point. I guess the point is, uh, it's really sad to me that the channel was nuked because I was really enjoying the content that I was making for it. All the random fucking bullshit videos of me playing VR and me having a good friend of mine shoot a gun for the first time. That video I really enjoyed. Um, and especially BigAl, and especially my travel videos. But you're gonna see moving forward, you're gonna see pretty much the same shit that you've been seeing for months. You know, vlogs. Speaking of vlogs, a friend of mine suggested that maybe Universal, nuked my channel because they've been cracking down on stuff about the Mario movie coming out, which is weird because I never showed any footage, and the audio that I did show was muffled in the back. It was like distorted in the background, so I don't know what the fuck. I don't know how, but fucking robots, am I right? Moving forward, you're going to see pretty much the same shit that I've been doing recently. You might see a couple rants here and there. I want to get back to my review series. Problem is, apparently I can't show footage because that'll get me copyright fucked. I guess just avoid anything involving every anime ever if I want to have a clean record. But yeah, we'll get there. We'll build this channel back up together. Right now, it's rough around the edges. It's just a blank page with a single video on it. But eventually, I'll have a nice shiny banner, and I'll have a nice shiny profile picture. And you're probably wondering. I mean, you know what the name is, but you're probably like, so what's the moniker this time? It's like there was BigAl the Rant Master. There was BigAl 2K10. There was fucking BigAl Forever 2K6. Then there was BigAl Updates. What am I doing for this channel? Well, here's the funny thing. I was originally going to call it Small World of BigAl because that's my handle on a couple other websites that I go on. But then, just to check something, I typed in what would become the name of this channel, and YouTube's doing handles now, like Twitter. And they weren't, and I did BigAl updates before they started doing that. So this is a fresh new channel using fresh new YouTube shit. So it really is a blank slate, so to speak. So, a New Year's coming up, and New Year's often mean new beginnings. And for this channel, I figured there's no better way to start anew than by going back to the beginning. BigAl 2K6 is back, baby. That's right. We're going back. Back to my original handle. And then here's the funny thing: with all the different names that I named my channels over the years, BigAl 2K6 was still the name that people knew me by. If it wasn't just straight up BigAl. BigAl 2K6. That's the name I started with, and it's the name people have referred to me all these years. And for those who are wondering, what the fuck is the significance of the 2K6 at the end? I know Big Al, you're a fat guy named Al, Well, Big Al was a name that I was called. It was a nickname that I had before YouTube. I know, how original, right? It's not like there's a million different characters named Big Al in the infinite universe of cartoons and media and shit. There's 1,000 Big Als out there. But that just so happens to be the nickname that I was called, even as a little kid. Big Al, right? It's just a common name. It's just a common nickname. But for 2K6, that was the year I started YouTube. What the fuck do you want from me? I was fresh out of high school. I wasn't creative. I mean, I could have went from you could be knowing me as Pussy Destroyer 69420, but no, I chose Big Al 2K6 because my name's Al. I'm big, and that's the year I joined YouTube. So, here's to not New Year's coming. Here's to not getting fucked in the ass again. And I can tell you right away, my next video is going to be a BigAl 2K6. and it's going to be a Christmas-themed BigAl 2K6. And we're going to be having it at my buddy Andrew's house with his brother and maybe some other guests. I don't know. But we're having a Christmas party at his house, and it's going to be great. And we're going to be, drinking lots of cider and mulled wine and eating fucking prime rib. It's going to be great. And that's going to essentially be the Christmas special for this channel for this year. A nice, hearty, BigAl 2K6 Christmas edition for 2022 to ring on in the new year. So, here's to new beginnings. Here's to a new year. And here's to not getting copyright fucked into oblivion this time. So for now and many times to come, thank you for watching. And I hope to see you guys soon. This has been BigAl, once again. Over and out.